99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Good morning to you. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
Yes, you can watch our show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch the show live on Facebook and on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info 99.3. Now, let's begin. Page 4 of the Vanguard is where we're starting from. Tinted permits outrage as police begin enforcement.
I don't know. I predicted this yesterday, and the news reports we are having, it doesn't look good. Look at the riders that we have there. Okay, so the NBA has offered legal services to motorists. If your car has been seized, contact the NBA in your neighborhood. And it has put its 130 branches on notice. These things shouldn't really come to this, in all honesty. By yesterday, I expected the police force as a responsible force who knows that it's there to serve the people. And it's not a matter of pride. One thing I noticed with our public officers is that anything you try to do, maybe to enforce your rights or whatever, they take it as a challenge. By yesterday, the police should have issued a specific report. If you are going to respond to the court injunction, do so and say why. Secondly, this issue of tinted permit is still very vague and unduly cumbersome. And besides, you have to pay, is it 14,000, whatever. The police portal, it wakes and it sleeps. And has made life difficult for people. I know the police will put up an argument on why they want tinted permit and so on and so forth. I can understand that. But there are many ways to skin a cat. And they haven't, I don't think they have taken it's that attitude. And guess what? Listen to this. It says that the first enforcement led sad tales on the lips of many citizens. The vehicle of a judge was amongst those impounded. Over 100 cars were impounded in Cross River alone. Where are the police going to park those cars? In what state will they be when the owners show up for them? The NBA drew the attention of the IG to the fact that issues surrounding the legality of the tinted glass permit is already pending before the Federal High Court. The world will not come to an end if you wait for the issue pending in the court to sort itself out. I don't get all this, and the one that the police as a law enforcement agency should know better not to be lawless. This came on a day that police officers who were on the street to enforce the orders of the AIG 5 on tinted glass permit allegedly impounded a vehicle belonging to a judge of the industrial court. Abba. I mean, come on. The optics, it doesn't look good. Anyway, the MDA is saying that they shall provide services. I already said that, and that they are going to invoke the powers of the court to ensure that the Nigerian police force does not trample on the rights of citizens. Guess what? Listen to this paragraph. It will startle you where you are. It has been estimated. Listen, hold fast to your chair. If you are driving, just park. Don't go and collide with a vendor or somebody and say it was you heard what you heard. But listen to this. It has been estimated that the police may generate, Sheriff, I'm afraid to say this. It has been estimated that the police may generate at least 3 billion within a month from monies that will be collected.
3 billion.
Where is that money going? Is the police force, is it an income generating unit of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Where is that money going to the police, or is it going to federal government coffers? And under which law? This is part of what the court has to determine. Okay, so if you get this 3 billion, where are you going to domicile the payment? By law, are you allowed to collect money? In which account are you going to put it? So they said that the police may generate at least 3 billion within a month from monies that will be collected, thus turning the police into a revenue-generating agency of the Federal Republic instead of focusing on the more serious issues of crime. There was a lot of crackdown in the north, in Maiduguri and all these places. There was a serious crackdown. One of the things that I spoke about yesterday is that because I asked Mr. What's our man here, the head of our transport here,
Uche.
Mr. Uche, I asked Mr. Uche, I said, Mr. Uche, what really makes tinted glass? What is the important factor in this tinted glass? He said, Oga, it is all round. So if you have a car, of course, almost all the cars that are made, let's say in the last 10 years, are tinted anyway, especially American specs, for obvious reasons. But what level of tint is acceptable? Is it, okay, my car, for example, is tinted, the windscreen, it's just tint, it's just like the light tint, and the two front sides. But the back, because it's a station, not second SUV, the back is tinted to shield the boot. So what is the difference between my car and the salon car that has a boot that is locked? So you don't know. You are now left to discretion of the police officer that you meet on the road
to know that.
Don't be me. You see, so now what is it? We don't know. By now there should have been television commercials and so on and so forth, illustrating even in the social media. This is acceptable. This is not acceptable. You don't do that. You just say everybody needs a tinted permit. Why don't you, for example, say, okay, we are going to give ourselves X number of years. Any car coming in at point of entry, it must come in with a tinted permit.
You can even pay, with the clearance of that vehicle, you pay for tinted permit.
Yes, and the money goes to the police is not an income generating unit. Where is this money going to go? A police that cannot handle his own pensions. Where is this? How much is that cost?
3 billion.
Where is this 3 billion going?
In a month.
In a month.
We're not talking about the full year now.
No, I'm not talking about the full year. And so I think I don't like the attitude of police generally, even to their own people. There's this pride that because they call it the Nigerian Police Force, maybe like we did with the prisons, we should call it the Nigerian Police Service. For them to know that you are still obliged to serve the people. When you say force, it means that whatever we say is final. And usually, when things now border on money, it becomes a bit more sensitive. Anyway, that's where we are this morning. Dr. Chizike Amakiri in Rivers said that the process of getting the permit itself is difficult. He says the process is cumbersome because ordinarily every Nigerian is supposed to be able to access the site, but you find that it has not been so. You will struggle online all day to get it to the police side. What is all this? I don't get it.
Now, the problem I have with the entire tinted, so this tinted glass permit thing is not new. It's been around for some time, and I've always had an issue with it. And one of the reasons is that so it helps them better police the people. And in my mind, I'm thinking, so what is going to happen if you do your job? The police officers on the road anyways don't check most of these vehicles as long as you can part with something. So whether someone...
Even if you can, sorry to cut you short, even if you can't part with something, the average policeman feels intimidated once he sees that the vehicle is tinted all around.
So I don't think that this is going to change anything security-wise. I really do not think so. To be honest, I really do not think so. I just see this as a revenue-generating exercise.
Is it? So you have police checkpoints regularly. Is it too much to say that once you have a sense that you cannot identify the people in the vehicle, you can pull them over? Is that not enough?
Exactly my point.
Tinted
permit will not change anything.
Supposing you load people in a van that is not tinted, but it's covered. Police will be able to use their discretion that, look, that car coming, pull it over. I just want to see those who are inside. Isn't that fair enough?
tinted or not.
Tinted or not.
You should be able to search any car you want to search.
What about people in a van? You remember there was a time we had some cars we were calling Dekuma. No, we were calling them, and people had to make windows out of them. They were like minivans. Years back, they were called. Was it Dekuma Kolo?
Or Bolekaja.
No, that Bolekaja is a lorry. These cars were Mazda. They were Japanese cars. You would have to buy the Chalake. Because people had to make windows out of them.
Okay, so they were cars.
Oh no, they were cars now. But the thing is, they were vans, which you could consider. So they call it Shalake because you had to
create a window. Let's move on to our next story quickly. This is in the Punch newspaper. Oluwo ridiculing Yoruba monarchy, traditional rulers.
The traditional rulers. The allegation that the Oluwo made against the Alaafin the
Oni
of Ife should be taken seriously by the Oni, and only he can respond to it. Nobody can do so on his behalf. If he's being advised to do so, I would say no, sir. With due respect, it is the allegation is personal towards you. He said clearly in the video that you wanted to kill him, and that you set him up with his former wife. So it's not a thing that some chief somewhere, because here it says that traditional rulers from Ife. No, it is not their business, sir. It is personal to you, and you should answer it. And what can you do? There are various things you can do. You can make a report. You can file a report to the police, and of course you can sue him. And he has said so himself. So, sir, whoever is advising you, now I think you need to talk to a very matured senior lawyer who will advise you, because your reputation is at stake, sir. I will not be helped by the reaction of some chiefs or some obas from Ile-Ife North or Ile-Ife South. It is personal to you, sir. He claimed that it was through part of his efforts that you became, that is neither here nor there. But that accusation, and it is a serious accusation, sir. He didn't make it in a written statement, he made it in a video. So he is ready with his facts. And I think the only thing that will solve this is that, because it's a very serious allegation that will not go away, sir. With due respect, it will not go away. It has to be answered. And they said the monarchs gave to the Uluwo a 21-day ultimatum. No monarch should be given any Uluwo a 21-day. There is no ultimatum in this. Let the Oni of Ife himself, in his personal capacity or something, let him react, do something immediately. If his lawyers should write a letter, so be it. It has these things that we have now. Is very sad. It's a very sad development. This is as a result, over time, since the politicians came on board, of their own values being eroded in the emergence of some of these obas in the first instance. It's time to tell the truth. It's time to tell the truth. There was a chief, a traditional chief, who he was so frustrated. He said he can't imagine that a Yoruba Oba, for example, was kidnapped from his palace. To quote him, he said, but the whole thing has been eroded, and this is what you get. With the little history that I know, it has never been so bad. It has never been so bad. So my advice to the don't let anybody do anything on your behalf. Go get a lawyer, get a very matured senior advocate of Nigeria. You can't get anything less anyway. And go through the normal, listen, those are the only options. The other options is to quietly make peace with this man, if you feel that is necessary. That's all.
Okay.
Do you know the meaning of where Kikabi Pura?
Should have vanished. Should have
They
disappeared.
don't have sub-powers again because it's been eroded. Can you imagine? Let's call a spade a spade. Can you imagine a governor has the temerity to consult an Ifa priest to produce a traditional ruler? It's not his job. Kokon. It's not his job. His job is just to oversee and approve and say, okay, the right thing has been done. You override the kingmakers. You override those who are given that responsibility by tradition. They didn't give themselves that. It's by tradition. You override all of them. You consult a renowned Ifa priest and tell him to produce an honey for you. Is that how things are done? No. The politicians have wrecked our traditional system. They have wrecked it. Yesterday, after we spoke about how the Oba of Benin told this is Yaloja. General, whatever it is, we still saw photographs surfacing on the social media later in the day. She went ahead with the inauguration of that Yaloja. The damage that the politicians have done to this country is unimaginable. During the time when Buhari was military head of state, the Sultan of Sokoto paid Buhari a visit. Buhari was almost standing at attention to attend to him. Yes. He was almost, I remember that photograph for a long time. We always used it to illustrate. I think the photograph was that the Sultan was sitting down and Buhari was standing up to greet him. Was upstanding as president. All that now, everything, the politicians have wrecked everything that we have as a people. Almost everything has been completely run down. A day will come when a traditional ruler could be slapped in the traffic or whatever, either or two fighting. Yes. Yes. Look at this one too. Look at the inconvenience that people have to go through because you bought a car that is tinted. Whereas I believe, I like the argument, oh yes, tinted, but the police, they have checkpoints. You can pull a car, and guess what? Those cars, they never burn the police who go pull them over when they come. You won't even have a number. All those cars without numbers, tinted, everything. Have you ever seen any policeman stop them at checkpoint? Oh my Yagoni, even last man. So this is, every day we are watching things degenerating. Every blessed day. The only should please answer this man.
Okay, all right. Let's go to page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Reports that Atiku will step down for another is false.
You know, yesterday, and my good friend Osa, he called me and said, why are you always teasing me? You're wanting me. It was written, there was a report that Atiku said he would step down for a younger person. Apparently, we are now hearing that report is false. So I withdraw my analysis of yesterday because the basis is false. The story here says that Atiku has denied media reports that he's going to step down for a young person. And his special advisor, Paul Ibe, in the statement said it has become necessary to clarify certain misrepresentations. I think, Sheriff, let us put Ibe's phone number. Let us put it there. So when we say any story, we quickly call him. Atiku says he's not stepping down for anybody. So also you can call me again and let's start an argument all over again. But I think that our politicians should learn what is called sacrifice. Let us start on it. Even this idea of bringing back Jonathan, I don't particularly like it. Not anything against the person of the man. But for God's sake, when are we going to start afresh? Why are we going to go along the same path? A man who, during his tenure, we haven't solved the issue of either the Dasuki Gate or that of the oil minister, which is phenomenal, or the oil subsidy. It's phenomenal. You want to go back again to that period? I don't get it.
Okay.
Have we finished?
No, we have not. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's take a look at this interesting story on page 33 of the Daily Trust. Tinubu, I slept well after cancelling Independence Day parade.
I'm happy. So is it so that he could sleep well that he cancelled the parade? Listen, I believe that certain things have to be sacrosanct. And we cannot be left to the whims and caprices of our leaders at every time, or else our policies will be changing every 4 years. Some things have to be buried into let me say, a living protocol. I have no problem. I suspect that when I saw this now, it now occurred to me that, okay, the man is slightly frail. There's nothing wrong with that. So maybe that is the reason. So the question is, could the parade have gone on and him sitting down quietly on a chair there? And we know that the president is not, he can't even take the salute sitting. What if he's on a wheelchair? So we need to weigh things. We shouldn't submit ourselves completely to the whims and caprices of whoever is. It's the same thing we have with the governors. One time we had one governor, comrade, we could call him comrade. Another one said, the one in United States now is called farmer, and all these things. We need to firm up, when we have the time, we need to firm up certain protocols to say that these things are sacrosanct. These things are sacrosanct. I'm not blaming the president for this. We are the ones who have not tidied ourselves up to say that. It's the same problem we have. The prisons are full of condemned prisoners. Some of the governors say they can't sign the death warrant. If you can't sign the death warrant, you shouldn't be ready to be governor. If that's what it takes. Anyway, I'm glad that he slept well. So.
Okay, all right. Let's go to Nigerian News Direct. Page 14 is where we are. Bimbo Akintola advocates polygamy, cites tradition and practicality.
Yeah, I'm in support. I'm in support of what she had said, and I'm glad this is coming not just from a woman who is quite prominent. And in the interview, she said the current shortage of men makes it practical for two women to share one husband. You told you got it. It's very reasonable. Do you agree with this? She noted that polygamy has long been part of Nigerian tradition, particularly among Generation X and Yoruba families, where men often had multiple wives. With the way the world is going, people should embrace polygamy, Sheriff. Embrace it.
Okay.
Embrace it. I hope you agree. You say marriage is everything. So if you don't have enough men according to statistics, does that not mean two women to one man? Sheriff, the words of wisdom. First of all, do you agree with what she said?
Not entirely.
What is not entirely? Either you agree or not. I don't like that. Not entirely is non-committal. A little to the left and a little to the right. But I agree. I mean, if we do embrace polygamy, to be honest with you, it will remove a lot of the hypocrisy that we have. How many men who can cast the first stone that he doesn't have a mistress? Married. I'm not married though, so don't look at me funny.
Can we accept polyandry as well?
Which one? I've never heard of it. What is But in some cultures, in some African countries, women have multiple husbands.
Yes, can we accept?
Yes.
Yeah.
But whether you accept it or not, you still have polyandry.
But can we make it formal? Can we formalize both?
Who can cast the first stone that is not in polygamy or polyandry? Who can cast the first stone?
But can we make it formal?
Cast it. You cast the first stone.
What do you mean I should cast it?
Cast it. So I said, who can cast it? I'm not married.
I'm married, yes. And I can cast it.
Why is your voice suddenly going
I can
down?
cast it.
No, say it with confidence. Say it.
I can cast it.
Don't kill me. Me, I can cast it too. I'm not.
Okay. But that's our opinion, though.
Yeah, but it's valid.
Yeah, of course.
I like people like that. I mean, she's just practical. We're full of so much deceit. Look at the case of sorry to go back there now. Why are other Obas giving him an ultimatum? He did it. He accused the man in his personal capacity. Yes, just let the man reply. The same thing. Even the pastor can let any pastor cast the first stone that he doesn't have a mistress.
That's deep.
Yes. Let any pastor that you have now, let him cast the first stone. That since the day he's been married, he has not had a mistress.
That's a challenge.
And Kwenima want us to test the veracity.
What's that? Lie detector.
We have this kind of lie detector. Native lie detector. If you lie, the thing will kill you. Chop on number.
Oh boy. We have to go.
Okay, sir.
We have to go.
I'll be back at 9.
Yes, he's back at 9. Lagos, thank you so much for joining us on today's show. It's been great this week. We're back on the show, this particular show, next week, Tuesday. All right? Okay. But he's back at 9 today. All right? Stay here. Kofi is back with the remaining hour on the Morning Crossfire.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.